Are you planning to dry camp or boondock? If so, you'll want to stay tuned for this week's episode of Tab Talk, where I'll share with you different options for recharging your batteries or extending the capacity of your batteries so that you can stay plugged in to all the electronics that you need, including a 12-volt fridge. Stay tuned. I want to encourage you, if you haven't already done it, to hit the subscribe button and click the bell so you're notified when I post new videos. I'm going to be featuring short videos, less than 60 seconds each, called Tab Tip Tuesdays, and I'm not going to share those links in Facebook, but if you subscribe to my feed, you'll get notified when I post a new one. Also, if you enjoy the content I'm producing, please make sure that you hit the thumbs up button. A lot of people are surprised when they bring home their tab and they find out it just isn't sufficient for keeping connected to all their electronics, keeping the lights on and their fridge on when they're camping without shore power. That's usually referred to as either dry camping or boondocking. Most dealers will give you a 75 or 100 amp hour lead acid battery. Truth be told, that's not going to last you very long if you do much dry camping or boondocking. So you'll need a way to either recharge that battery or add to the capacity of that battery. The 75 or 100 amp hour batteries are fine for some people who are able to basically not use the electronics in the tab at all. However, with the 2021 model, there is a 12-volt fridge. Combined with the other phantom draw, you're looking at a little over 3 amp hour on average for your phantom draw, including the fridge. One of the features of the boondock is a solar panel. It's a 105-watt solar panel. This solar panel performs very well, but it is a relatively small panel. If you want to dry camp for more than a day or two, and you're using a 12-volt fridge like the isotherm, you're going to need additional power, whether it be the ability to recharge your battery or to add additional capacity. Before you make any moves to buy extra solar, change your battery setup, or even get a generator, make sure you understand how you're camping. If you've never camped before, I would wait till you've gone out with your tab a few times or whatever your RV is. Get a feel for how much power you use. I developed a spreadsheet to help me calculate my usage. Now that sounds more complicated than it is. I'll share a link to that spreadsheet. It's actually for my older tab. I need to update it for the new tab. But there are a lot of things that are similar, like the Aldi, the Fantastic Fan, things like that you can use to calculate. In general, a 2021 320 is going to draw a little over 3 amp hours just sitting with the fridge on. The traditional options are to use a generator. Of course, you can always use shore power, or to add solar. Now that'll do well and good as long as you have sun, but if you run into rainy weather or you're using a lot of other electronics, it may not be enough with a 75 or 100 amp hour battery. I installed 2 6-volt AGM batteries run in series in my tab. Combined, that's 225 amp hour of battery capacity. However, bear in mind you'd never want to run your batteries below 50, or with an AGM battery you can probably push it to 40% of its capacity, but you're going to want to keep those pretty charged to protect the longevity of the batteries. Why 6-volt? Because you run them in series. When you run batteries or any power in series, the voltage is additive. So together, the 2 6-volt batteries produce 12 volts. If you were to run them in parallel, it would still be 6-volt power. Most RVs use 12-volt power. Some countries use 24, but in the United States, 12-volt is standard. People ask, why golf cart batteries? Well, golf cart batteries actually have thicker plates than regular deep cell batteries. That means they can be recharged more cycles, thus producing a longer lifespan. A generator may be one of the oldest ways that people extend their capacity when they're dry camping. The advantage of generators is that they're portable, you're not dependent on weather, and they recharge your batteries pretty quickly. However, not all campgrounds allow generators, and some limit their hours of use. Another limiting factor of generators is that they can be heavy to lift. A lot of us don't want the extra weight in our tow vehicle or on the tongue of the tab. Over the course of the life of a generator, the expense can add up. You have to purchase fuel, and then you have to maintain it. Another option is to add solar. The Boondock package on the 320 comes with a 105 watt panel standard. It's a very effective panel and it's less subject to shading as traditional panels are because they wire each cell in series. However, it isn't a large panel, so you're probably not going to have enough from a 105 watt panel. There is a lot to deal with when it comes to solar, so I'm not going to dedicate this video to that. There's so much on the internet available, and I'll do a future video that talks about solar more in depth. The last and fastest growing option I see people using today is to use lithium batteries. Lithium batteries tend to be smaller and lighter, so they're a very appealing choice. There are a lot of options for lithium batteries today, and I have done a little research. What did I find? I found that most of them are pretty similar. Some offer a few more cycles than the other, some offer more advanced battery monitoring systems, but most include a battery monitoring system to help equalize and balance the cells. But to be honest, most of them are pretty similar, and they all run anywhere from $800 to $1,000 a piece. One factor that actually sets Battleborn apart is that they do have a heater available for their batteries. Why a heater? Well, you can't really charge a lithium battery below freezing temperatures. If you'd like to camp in cold weather and can't store the batteries in a climate-controlled space, you'll want to consider getting some type of heater. The downside is that lithium batteries tend to be a little more expensive, generally around $1,000 for 100 amp hours. I've decided to upgrade to 200 amp hours of lithium batteries this year. Why did I choose Lion? I chose Lion for a couple of reasons. One, they're actually smaller and a little lighter than other batteries. They come in at 23 pounds, which is pretty light. I also really like the built-in handles that will make them easy to remove in cold temperatures. Another thing I really liked is that they're a little less expensive than Battleborn and some of the other brands. If you've decided to use Lion Energy batteries, please see my referral link in the description below the video. You'll save 15% and I'll earn a small commission. Two things I like about Lion Energy batteries are that they're assembled in Utah and that they have a great reputation for customer service. Something you should know about lithium batteries. They require a higher voltage to charge than standard lead acid or even AGM batteries. Most of the stock converters in RVs won't reach the right voltage. The tabs are not excluded from that. With a stock converter in a 320 tab, you'll reach about 80% of the charge needed to fully charge your lithium battery. You have a couple options if you're going to go with lithium to reach the proper charge for your lithium battery. You can either, one, use a replacement converter. There's a progressive dynamics converter available that will reach the appropriate voltage. Secondly, you can use a smart charger. There are many good brands available, but you'll want to make sure you choose one that is designed to charge lithium batteries. NotGoGenius makes them as well as other brands. I'll leave a link in the description below to the brand that I use. The other thing to consider is that your solar controller from Victron will reach the proper voltage if given enough sunlight. Many don't realize that the AGM batteries don't really reach the best voltage for charging either. I compensate by using the solar charger on my tab. What are you doing to add capacity to your battery or recharge it so that you can extend your time dry camping or boondocking? Let me know in the comments below. I'm really looking forward to hearing about everybody's creative solutions. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, be sure to hit the thumbs up button, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.